Hey, how's it going? I've got to be straight with you, because once you feel the difference this makes, you'll wonder why you waited so long. INNOCN 45C1R. This is for the kind of person who doesn't just play games or get work done, you immerse. You notice when windows feel cramped, when split screens make your workflow feel like a compromise, when your view feels small. You intuitively know what great feels like, even before you see the specs. Before I go on, check the current price and stock. Ultra-wides at this level don't stay predictable, and missing the right moment means paying more later. You knew it was time to upgrade the moment your old dual setup felt like two tiny islands instead of one wide horizon. Back-to-back small monitors felt distracting, and you found yourself constantly dragging edges, hunting for space. That subtle irritation? That was the real trigger, the quiet nudge telling you it's time for something that actually feels right. The first time you sit down with this monitor, there's a calm that's surprising. A big, uninterrupted view that feels like your workspace finally breathes. Games look panoramic and alive instead of boxed in. Spreadsheets, timelines, chat windows, they all sit where you want them without scaling fights or window juggling. It's that sense of relief you didn't realize you were missing. Everyday use just flows differently. Gaming feels engaging without distraction. You're not leaning in, you're enveloped. Creative work feels intentional because space is no longer a limitation. Even productivity tasks feel less like chores when everything sits where you expect it. And it's not just about the size. HDR 400 tones bring depth to visuals that used to look flat. The USB-C with 90 watts power delivery means you plug in a single cable and suddenly your desk feels clean instead of cluttered. PIP and PBP aren't gimmicks here, they're tools you actually use, whether you're watching a stream while you work or comparing reference material side by side with your main task. If you're even thinking about it, check the current price again. These panels don't wait for slow decisions, and once you experience this kind of view, anything smaller feels like a step back. Maybe you're wondering if you actually need all this space. That doubt melts the moment you drag your first window across that ultra-wide expanse and it just works. You see more, you do more, and suddenly your setup stops getting in the way of your ideas. One thing most people don't expect. The built-in speakers actually hold their own. They don't replace a sound system, but they surprise you with clarity that fits the screen's breadth without shrillness or mush. Owning something this expansive changes how you feel at your desk. You sit with less tension. You don't shuffle windows. You see your work, your game, your world laid out, fully. Space that feels intentional, windows that stay where you want, games that feel vast, and immersive power delivery that simplifies setup, visuals that feel alive and deep. It's a big display, it's built for experience over tiny compromises. At some point, you stop comparing inches and refresh rates and you choose the display you keep thinking about, the one that feels like home when you sit down. Don't let this be the upgrade you look back and wish you hadn't postponed. Check the latest price and availability now and step into the kind of screen that makes everything else feel smaller by comparison.